Greg, you're asking me about these cheap they're very similar to Rolex, but they're not Rolex, you know? And the answer is, this is called stocking filler. Stocking filler, okay? You know, you got a good Christmas present, right? And then your mum would buy you some shit to stuff in the stocking. It's called stocking filler. And let me tell you this, Greg. So many fuckers out there, right? What they do is, right, they have a Rolex, maybe 2 Rolexes, and they might even have their original Tag Heuer they bought years ago. And then they want to have a collection, but they don't have the money to afford it. So they start looking at this bullshit watches. They might look at Bell & Ross. They might look at, Hanhart. And believe you me, Greg, these companies out there, they'll pretend they've got history. They'll pretend that they are they're horological wonders. Have you seen the advert for the fucking Frederick Constant watch? It makes you think. It's a Patek. It's so classy done, but they're using gold plating. The mere fact that a wristwatch is affordable means you don't want to own it. If a watch is affordable, it's usually a piece of fucking shit. You gotta have a watch which is the price of a decent second-hand car. What's a decent second-hand car? You might say like a 5-year-old Camry. What's that going to cost you in the dealer's yard? 8 to 10,000, isn't it? What's a decent car going to cost you? A second-hand Civic, right? Second-hand Civic is going to cost you $13,000. That's what a decent car, second-hand car costs. That's the same with watches. People, now you got to remember this. It's stocking filler syndrome. Stocking filler. They have 1 or 2 decent watches, and they have some semi-decent watches, right? And then they want to add shit because they're thinking they're adding class when all they're doing is they're just being complete dickheads. Greg, if you can afford the watch without pain and suffering, it's not worth owning. That's the honest truth, Greg. If you can afford it and say, oh, well, that wasn't too hard to swallow, Greg, that is the wrong sort of watch. You need to buy watches which really hurt you. And that's why a Patek, right? A Patek at 20,000, it's a kick in the guts. It's like being kicked in the balls, you know? It's not just one cash advance on a credit card. It's 5 years of fucking misery. Do you understand? That's what a Patek is. And you got a nasty wife, she'll bitch, oh, you bought the watch. Fuck off! That's what I would say to these women. Fuck off! That's what they say to you. They start attacking you, Greg. They'll say, oh...
You've just presented a good topic for a good video. You know that?
Yeah, that's why I'm recording it, Greg. And I can't waste time in life. You know? This here, Greg, this is a business, Greg. It's a business. And I gotta tell you, these bullshit brands, it's like seafood extender. You know when you go to Coles, the seafood section, lobster, prawns, fish, they've got something called seafood extender. What is it? Is it a fish? Is it a plant? It looks like seafood. It smells like seafood. But it ain't fucking seafood. It's just extender. You understand? And too many people, they have these bullshit watches. Man, it takes fucking years to get a decent collection. It doesn't happen overnight. This shit doesn't happen overnight. This takes years to build. It takes fucking years to build this shit, and people think they can do it so quickly. Greg, you can't. If it's affordable, it's not worth having. You have to be physically ill to actually have a good piece of horology. It needs the pain threshold. Otherwise it's not worth doing, Greg. It really isn't worth doing if it's affordable. And I'm sorry, but that is the rules, Greg. That's the rules. Well, I had this watch, a Hanhart, which Ian gave me to sell on the channel. And it came in a beautiful leather box.
Is that the same as Steinhardt?
I just think it's another. No, it's a different brand. But Hanhart, it was actually the company used to make military watches, and they've done is they've got a generic chronograph. It's an ETA fucking Valjoux movement. They've put it into a case, and they put nice Art Deco Arabics, and it's really
Breguet look-alike.
exactly like a Breguet look-alike, and it's a piece of fucking shit. Greg, if it's affordable, it's no good. It's got to cause you pain. It's unfortunate, but
If you want affordable, you might as well just buy a Casio.
buy a Casio. Greg, this is the whole thing. But it's for the middle class, see? They want to be a bit better than that. They want to have, I've got a watch collection. It's like being a multi-millionaire. Now, you've only got a watch collection if it's all horology, right? Eye-watering repair bills. Do you understand? I did that. I had an AP, I had a Breguet, 2 Pateks, not just one, 2 Pateks, and I had a Reverso. And I mean, that's you got to be horology. If it's just this bullshit watches that you've got, Greg, it doesn't count. It's just doesn't count. I'm sorry. It's not easy for me to say this, but Greg, you've really got to get pieces that are fucking sexy. It's no point buying shit, Greg. There is
I agree. There's no point in wearing a Beta watch. Look, I like the philosophy with the Beta thing that, no point in buying a watch that's going to be a Beta. You just, you live not long enough.
especially with our diet, Greg. Have you seen the schnitzels I've been eating lately?
Oh yeah, you certainly. Yeah, but look, it's no second rate, and use the pieces. That's right. Yeah.
I've been wearing my sub every day, Greg.
Well, that's a very good watch to wear for every day.
I love it.
If you're not going to go building houses with it, I don't think there's any problem.
No, that's exactly it. And I mean, I'm very proud to wear that.
Do a rough sport with it. I wouldn't do a tug of war with it, or I wouldn't play tennis with a sub, because I'd just be mindful. You could accidentally hit it with a tennis racket and you're causing an unnecessary scratch or a ding or something. I wouldn't do it then, because that's exaggeration. But I could certainly wear it if I'm doing just an office job, or I even wore it when I played the piano. I don't wear it when I perform like solo, when I'm moving around, but I wore it.
Well, I'd certainly wear it eating schnitzel. What do you think, Greg?
Well, you can wear it eating schnitzel, you can wear it eating lobster.
Even if you get a bit of oil on it from the grease, the grease and the fat is just dripping out of these schnitzels.
It's made out of metal, and it's stainless steel metal, so...
Yeah. That's exactly it, Greg. That's the way I see it. And, Greg, it's. I love my sub. That's not for sale. Did you know that? That is a keeper. You know that? That's my keeper. The sub is a keeper, Greg.
Please keep it. No worries.
But these bullshit brands, stay away from them, Greg. Stay away!